Everyone, welcome to my channel Learn English with Syed. Today we're going to talk about some important tips to improve verbal communication skills, which is very important in order to go ahead and interact and speak fluently with someone. And we find a very hard time sometimes to talk to them. So I'm going to talk about today in this video that how can you overcome with these objections with the help of my important tips so that you can be very keen while speaking in English. So without further delay, let's get started. All right. So the first point that you see here, that always speak clearly and precisely. This talks about that, you need to talk every time clearly and exactly. You don't have to elaborate the conversation. You don't have to go ahead and unnecessarily, prolong the conversation or to prolong a question or prolong an answer. So you need to be very clear, precise, and short and sweet in your conversation so that it looks neat and clean in the conversation. All right. Moving on to the point. Never copy other accent quickly and be neutral in your accent. That's a very good point that you see here in this tip. So you do not have to copy other accent. When you see a person that is from a different country and is copying and is speaking to you, it's their mother tongue. That's the reason they inculcate in that accent, they get indulged into that accent. You don't have to indulge. Our accent is the neutral accent. So be neutral. The way you speak every day, the way you talk to the people, that is how that you need to go ahead and speak with a person. Don't get distracted with others' accent at all. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the third point, which is very important again. Open your mouth while speaking in order to produce proper sounds through your vocal cords. Do you see the chart in this presentation? So this chart talks about, how many movements, you can go ahead and do it with the help of your mouth. So the mouth movement, your lip movement, your tongue movement, everything, it does matter. Your upper palate, your hard palate, your soft palate, it does matter. So whenever you speak in English language, make sure that you open your mouth a little wider so that you can produce appropriate and the clear sounds from your vocal tract, so that the person that is listening to you would find very pleasant in terms of the conversation and to listen to you as well. So make sure you open your mouth. It does not mean that you open your mouth too much. The way I'm talking to you right now, that you see that my mouth movement is really good. So that is how that you need to have the mouth movement. You don't have to restrict or obstruct your mouth movement while speaking in English. All right. Hope you understood this point. So moving on to the next tip. This talks about the read tongue twisters in your leisure time. What do you understand? The read tongue twisters. You might have heard about a lot of read tongue twisters in different languages as well. But this is one of the important tongue twisters which is available in English language. So you get to see a lot of tongue twisters of English language. So have you ever practiced this? It looks so funny and it looks so hard sometimes, but people feel like, oh, we don't have to do this. It's not necessary. No, it has so many advantages if somebody practices tongue twisters every day. So what you need to do, just practice tongue twisters a couple of times so that improves your jaw movement, and it also relaxes your jaw, it exercises your jaw, and also improves and gets a good grip on your conversation, your speech, and your rate of speech, and in terms of your pronunciation, it also enhances that part as well. So make sure that you read the tongue twisters, which is very, very important in English. Okay, moving on with the next point. This talks about the read English books, newspapers, at least 15 to 20 minutes daily practice. Let me go ahead and ask this question to all of you who is watching my channel right now. Do you have a habit of reading the newspaper? Do you have a habit of reading the English books? Anything that the newspaper, books, textbooks, we don't read it more often. Even I don't have a habit of reading it though. But if you have a habit of reading the newspaper or books or anything 15 to 20 minutes every day, if you practice this improves your fluency, and it also improves your thought process, and it also improves your rate of speech. These three important elements, it does matters while reading and improving certain things. So make sure that you read in English and make a habit of doing it at least 15 to 20 minutes in your busy and hectic schedule so that you can see the difference in your English language. All right, moving on to the next. Perform CICELY exercise once in a week at least. What is CICELY exercise? I would not be able to explain, so it's one of the exercises which helps you to have the jaw relaxation, so which is available in Google. And I'll also go ahead and showcase this exercise in my upcoming videos as well. But you can go ahead and Google it and you'll find this exercise, and you can practice this exercise, which is categorized in consonant sounds, which has voice consonants and the non-voice consonant sounds too. So if you perform the CICELY exercise, that improves your rate of speech, and it also improves your fluency again. But you need to practice it every day, so that you have to do it aggressively. If you do it with a passion, then you would definitely see the difference in your conversation. You will see the difference in your English language will improve definitely. Okay, moving on to the next. Do not use fillers in your conversation. That is like, yeah, gotcha, etc. What is this fillers? You never heard about this term. So whenever you speak in English language, sometimes we get confused and sometimes we get stuck while speaking in the language, and we run, we find insufficient words, and we find it, how do I have to fill it up, this word? So you use more often these kind of words in English, that is like, yeah, gotcha, in order to fill up that conversation to continue. That is going to damage your conversation a lot. So try to avoid this habit. Wherever it is required, wherever it is necessary, then you need to use the gap fillers in English. All right? Moving on to the next point. Choice of words, very important. That spoils the sentence construction in English while speaking. When I say choice of words, some people would have a habit of, making choice of words a lot. When I say choice of words, you use, what I mean, how long I've been working, so probably you use several choice of words accordingly when you become habituated using those words, even if it is necessary, or even if it is not necessary in the conversation, you use it more often, which is totally incorrect in English language. So if you have a habit of doing it, try to avoid that habit. Wherever the word, the vocabulary, the specific word is required, then you need to be specific and use that specific word in the conversation, and make it short and sweet, like I said, and make it very precise so that it looks neat and clean in the conversation. All right, moving on. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about this point, which talks about major and vital flaw is improper sounds due to lack of jaw exercise while speaking. Right. So have you ever practiced any jaw relaxation exercises, CICELY exercises, vocal exercises in English language? Nobody ever taught you, I believe. So if you definitely find these kind of exercises in the Google, and definitely you can go ahead and practice it every day. So what is the advantage that I'm going to tell you with the relaxation of the jaw exercises? If you practice those jaw relaxation exercises, you would definitely get a good difference in your sounds, in your pronunciation, and in your speech clarity as well. And it also improves your rate of speech as well. So the more you do the jaw movement and the more you do the jaw exercises with the help of the CICELY exercise, tongue twisters, vocal exercises, which has voiced consonants exercise, voiceless consonant exercise, if you practice this every day, a few minutes, definitely you would see the difference, and it also improves your mispronunciation, which you do it more often while speaking in English language. So make sure you go ahead and practice this, which is very important. All right? Okay, thank you. Moving on to this talks about avoid regional languages at work and keep speaking English, which helps your fluency and grip on your rate of speech. That's right. When you're at work and you have a habit of speaking in your regional language, try to avoid speaking in your regional language more often. When it is necessary, you think that you would like to improve and enhance your communication skills, especially your verbal skills, you definitely have to avoid your regional language. If I ask a quick question to all of you, that how many hours that you spend in speaking an English language in a day, not even a couple of hours. If somebody has a habit of doing it, then you have a great rate of speech. So try to avoid the regional language and try to speak as much as possible in English language, and as much as possible listen to the English news and watch English movies and talk to the people that who is trying to interact to you in English only, and avoid regional language usage. That improves and gives you a lot of grip on your rate of speech, on your sounds, and on your jaws movement as well. And you get good pronunciation grip, and your sounds will be in place, your pronunciation will be in place, and your fluency will also enhance this in future if you practice this and you make a habit. All right, moving on to the next point again. Don't get confused with the questions. Take a deep breath before you answer to any questions, and do not stress much on concept. Be confident. I'm confused. Do you see that in the picture that I'm confused? If somebody asking a quick question to you, you don't see a person, but you generally that you hesitate, and it's a natural phenomenon of a human being, human tendency, that you get confused and you hesitate when you talk to a stranger in English, and you don't focus on the questions, you don't focus on the conversation or in the interaction. So you get scared and you hesitate and you feel a lack of confidence. It's because of that you confuse yourself and you don't understand the question well. So make sure you take a deep breath and just see that the person to whom you're talking to always have a good eye contact. So the person is, you can keenly listen to the person's question and you can answer to the question very well. And do not stress much and do not prolong the conversation. Make it short and sweet again. All right, this is very important again. All right, so this is the last point, which talks about hesitation spoils ideas, thoughts, sentence constructions. How many people believe and how many people agree to this point and say hesitation spoils and it damages your thoughts and your ideas and it will let you go blind while speaking in English language? That is absolutely true. Many people would agree, I believe, because of the stage fear, because of lack of confidence, and they also scare because of this hesitation. They would not be able to speak clearly when talking to someone, or if you're talking to a group of people right in front of the speech or right in front of the public, you cannot go ahead and deliver your speech at all. It happens all because of the hesitation and lack of confidence. What do you need to do? The best solution for this stage fear is take a deep breath again, and just imagine yourself that nobody's around you and you're talking to yourself, and you are definitely a good, and you have good confidence and you do not have any kind of stage fear, and believe in yourself. When you believe yourself, then you don't have a problem, and definitely that these small and many problems which I'm talking about, hesitation, stage fear, or it could be lack of confidence, that will be eradicated easily. But if you believe that I have a hesitation problem, it does exist, and if you stop believing it, that becomes a major problem, and it destroys and damages your whole conversation. It damages your communication skills, your verbal skills. It will not let you speak in anything. So make sure that you believe yourself is the first thing. And the second thing, go ahead and speak even if you make a wrong sentence, even if you go ahead and talk incorrect. Definitely you need to go ahead and talk. That improves your ideas and the thoughts. You get the feedback, you get the coaching, so that you can understand what are the errors that which are making. And when you listen to the conversation, if you deliver a speech to the following audience, or maybe to the global audience, if you're talking to your clients, and if you're talking to a few XYZ friends or in the college, you definitely have to be very courageous and active and very confident so that you can deliver it very effectively. So make sure the hesitation should not and does not exist in your mind, otherwise it damages your ideas, thoughts, and the sentence construction in English. Okay, thank you very much, guys. That's all for today in my video. Thank you very much for watching my channel, and make sure that don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. So keep showering your love and happiness. Stay fit and healthy. Thank you.